This video is for example number 4 in lecture number 6. This is the first example that we've done in this unit so far with a spring, which is not going to be a big deal because we know that we use the spring constant times the deformation to give us the force. So if I draw my free body diagram for this particular lamp, I'm going to draw my free body diagram at A. Always say where your free body diagram is drawn from. So I've got my free body diagram drawn at A. And I'm going to have my y-axis and my x-axis. And I'm going to draw my forces now. So I have the weight of the lamp pulling directly down, which I can calculate the weight of the lamp. I'm going to call it F of A. But they told us that the mass was 8 kilograms. So I can do 8 times 9.81. That will give me my force, which equals 78.48 newtons. Now I also have the force from the spring, so I'm going to have a force over here. I'm just going to call it FAB. I'm not going to do anything special for it right now. That force from A to B. And then I've got one more force coming up over here. I love how my lines are so crooked. And this is going to be force A to C. And we know that this is 30 degrees. So now I've got enough information. I am going to use my equilibrium equations. I have 2 unknowns and 2 equations, so I can solve for my 2. If I look at this by inspection, I can see that if I solve in the y direction, I can solve for FAC immediately. If I solve in the x direction, I'm going to have 2 unknowns, and it's going to take me another minute to have to go back and do y. So I'm just going to start with the sum of the forces in the y direction. So I'm going to say positive is up. Sum of the forces in the y direction equals 0. And in the y direction, I'm going to have FAC times the sine of 30. And then down, I've got that 78.48. All of that equals 0. So if I do my algebra, move the 78.48 to the other side, divide by the sine of 30, I get that FAC equals 157.0 newtons. Now that's not what it's asking me for. It's asking me for how long the length of the spring is, the length of the cord is, the whole cord. So from A to B. So right now I have the force from A to C. So now I can use that to use my information to solve for the x direction. And I can solve for FAB, which is how I'm going to get the total length of AB. So when I'm looking at this, I've got FAB in the positive x direction. Then FAC is in the negative direction, and we know FAC, it's 157 times the cosine of 30 degrees. And all of that equals 0. So I can solve that for FAB. And I figure out that FAB equals 135.9 newtons. All right. So I still am looking for the cord length. So I know from our spring equations that the force in AB is going to be the spring constant of AB, which they've given us, times it's how much it's been stretched. So they give us its undeformed length. So we are just looking for how much it's stretched. We can add the undeformed length, which they gave us up here and said it was 0.4. We can add the length that's stretched, and we know that that's how far it's gone. So I can solve for that now because I have FAB. So I can say, that 135.9 equals the spring constant, which is 300, times SAB. So I can divide both sides by 300, and I find that SAB equals 0.453 meters. So now they've already given me the length when it's undeformed and it hasn't been stretched is 0.4. So I know the total length that it is right now is going to be its undeformed length. So I'm going to call that L naught, or its starting length, plus its deformed length, which I know both of those now. So if I plug those in, I've got 0.4 for the initial length plus the 0.453 for the stretched length. So I know the total length now that it's been stretched is 0.853 meters. And that is my answer.